Greetings. Welcome to the Cell Guru Show. We'll start off with a lot of great stuff in terms of reviews. The Xiaomi 11T Pro 5G is finally launched in India. Now look, it's a very premium smartphone from Xiaomi. Not something they do all the time, but this is a premium smartphone. Nice, powerful hardware, fast 120-watt charger, flagship killer specifications, and a really good price, 39,999. Then let's move on to another phone. Again, flagship, but not priced at flagship levels. The Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G. This is the next generation FE or fan edition phone that Samsung takes out. And this is interesting because what they do is, like, for instance, they've taken the S21, their flagship phone. They've stripped off a few little things and made it much cheaper. So it packs in good performance, good feature set. Comes a little late to the party with the S22 series launch just around the corner. And then we'll do a shootout, the kind that you totally love, the S21 FE 5G versus the S20 FE 5G versus the S21. Now, with the launch of the S21 FE 5G, the question really is, what's the main difference between its predecessor and the model that is the flagship phone? We'll tell you which one to buy, which one is cheaper, which one makes the most bang for buck. And we'll wrap it up with the cVIGIL app. This is a vigilance platform where users can register complaints if anyone is found violating the model code of conduct for elections. So, very interesting app is available for both iOS and Android. Let's start off with the news coming in from the world of mobiles.
Samsung was initially scheduled to announce the EXYNOS 2200 on January 11th, but that date came and went by with no word from the company. Now a week later, Samsung has announced its next generation chipset, the EXYNOS 2200, which is a freshly designed mobile processor. Built on Samsung's 4nm process, the highlight of the next generation EXYNOS chip is the AMD RDNA2 based Eclipse 920 GPU, which brings features like hardware accelerated ray tracing and variable rate shading to offer console quality visuals on mobile devices. EXYNOS 2200 also comes with an octa-core CPU design that uses ARM's new V9 CPU cores, which Samsung says have beefed up security and performance over ARM V8 cores. The new chipset is in mass production already and is very likely to debut inside the Galaxy S22 series, expected to launch sometime in February. Xiaomi has confirmed the Redmi Note 11 series, which will be launching globally before the end of the month. As per the Twitter teaser, the devices will launch on January 26th. Xiaomi is also expected to bring all three models to the global market, but you can expect some changes in the specifications compared to the Chinese counterparts. Nonetheless, we look forward to some highlighting features such as 120Hz AMOLED panel, a 108-megapixel camera and faster charging.
Our top story today is the Xiaomi 11T Pro 5G. Really nice specs. Premium phone from Xiaomi, but very well priced, under 40,000 rupees. So matte glass back with an aluminium frame. The back changes color depending upon the light that falls on it. Gorilla Glass VICTUS, which is really taken to be flagship. 6.6-inch 10-bit AMOLED display with support for Dolby Vision. 120Hz refresh rate. Harman Kardon speakers. The Snapdragon 888 processor. So it's absolutely right there with the top. 12 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, triple camera setup, 108 megapixel, 13 5G bands, 5000 mAh battery, and then 120-watt charger in the box. So think about all of these things. What would you pay for it? Well, they just want 39,999.
Value flagships are no longer just a game of specs and pricing. It takes careful optimization and a degree of innovation to make phones stand out. With the Xiaomi 11T Pro, that's exactly what the company is focusing on by creating a product that brings all the specs buyers want, with additions like 120-watt charging and an interesting TELEMACRO camera to give the phone the edge. Does it succeed? Let's find out in the Cell Guru review of the Xiaomi 11T Pro. The Xiaomi 11T Pro follows the tried and tested school of design, but still manages to spice things up with a celestial blue colorway. Silver, blue or even purple, the colors shift depending on how the light falls on it and makes the phone look fresh. Elsewhere, you get standards like aluminium mid-frame and even Gorilla Glass VICTUS on the front. Combined with the IP53 rating, the Xiaomi 11T Pro is one well-protected phone. The 120Hz 6.67-inch AMOLED display looks stunning, and with brightness levels going all the way to 1000 nits, visibility is never an issue. The Xiaomi 11T Pro stands out for its use of a 10-bit panel unlike some of the competitors, which means that you can view true HDR content, even Dolby Vision media, with full visual fidelity. Over to the performance, the Snapdragon 888 might not be the absolute latest from Qualcomm, but it still offers blistering speed. That's exactly what you get on Xiaomi 11T Pro. Buyers will have an option of 8GB or 12GB of RAM. We didn't observe any slowdowns in our testing as expected. Moreover, the phone kept up with high-end games without any frame drops or throttling either. The phone is powered by MIUI and does not include any ads. Xiaomi is also promising 3 years of updates and 4 years of security updates, bringing the phone in line with the best in the business. The 11T Pro one-ups the competition with its massive 5000 mAh battery. The large battery is more than sufficient to go a full day of use on a single charge with room to spare. And when it comes to charging the phone, you won't be waiting long either. The laser-quick 124 charging speeds ensures a 0 to 100 charge takes less than 20 minutes. Going back to the tried and tested formula, Xiaomi is bringing back its 108 megapixel camera. The camera captures an astounding amount of detail, though the colors can appear a bit oversaturated. Low light imaging is pretty good, but the lack of optical image stabilization means that you will have to be extra steady with your hands. Next up is the 8 megapixel ultra wide shooter. Like the primary camera, there's a decent amount of detail here, though you can notice some distortion around the edges. Unfortunately, the resolution is a bit low and cropping into shots will not give you very good results. Finally, there's a 5 megapixel telemacro camera. Unique to Xiaomi phones, the macro sensor lets you get up, close and personal with your subject. In good lighting, the results are incredible to look at, though you will have to get a bit creative with your shots. With the price starting at just 39,999 rupees, the Xiaomi 11T Pro proves yet again that the company is a master at the game of value. The phone easily undercuts competitors like the OnePlus 9 RT and the Galaxy S21 FE with a feature set that meets and exceeds them. With a loaded feature set and excellent 3-year software update promise, the Xiaomi 11T Pro proves itself as a fantastic addition to the value flagship landscape.
Our next story is the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G. It's coming in after a lot of waiting. Most people wrote this off, should have come maybe sometime in August last year. Now it's come out in 2022. So plastic back, metal frame, good in-hand feel and lightweight Gorilla Glass VICTUS for added protection. IP68 water and dust resistance, no micro SD card slot. So the S20 FE had that. So nice screen, 6.4-inch AMOLED display with 120Hz, good color, good viewing angles, stereo speakers. It's got the EXYNOS 2100, 8GB of RAM, Android 12 out of the box, 3 OS updates and 4 years of security updates. Triple camera is pretty good, telephoto is average, 4500 mAh battery, 25-watt charging, but no charger in the box. I think this is a big mistake. Keep it at super flagship level, don't bring it down to mid-tier level. Price point 49,999.
South Korean electronics maker Samsung opened its account for 2022 with a smartphone in its Fan Edition lineup. Named the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G, the smartphone boasts an AMOLED screen, a powerful chipset, and a triple camera setup. On paper, the Galaxy S21 FE 5G seems to be a capable premium smartphone that hangs with the best in its segment. But is it worth considering when the launch of the Samsung Galaxy S22 series is just around the corner? We answer this in our Selguru review. The Galaxy S21 FE's design follows that of its more expensive siblings, and except for the large screen, it's pretty similar to the base Galaxy S21 in construction. There's Gorilla Glass VICTUS protecting the display, while the back is plastic, which makes for excellent grip compared to glass and prevents finger marks. However, unlike its siblings, the rear camera island doesn't connect to the metal frame as it just sticks out from the edge of the back panel. At 7.9mm, Samsung has also managed to make the S21 FE 5G thinner and lighter, and this feels tangible in day-to-day use. The Galaxy S21 FE adopts another Galaxy S21 feature that's likely to annoy some users. There's no micro SD card slot like there was on the Galaxy S20 FE, so the storage on the phone you buy is what you're getting. But where Samsung has not cut corners is by providing an IP68 rating, making the S21 FE 5G dust and water resistant. There is also an in-display fingerprint scanner that is quick to register prints and quick to unlock, so no complaints on that front. Up front, we get a 6.4-inch Full HD AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10 Plus support. The panel has good color reproduction, brightness and viewing angles, making it a great choice for multimedia consumption. Also, the 120Hz refresh rate on board makes for a smooth scrolling experience with fast animations. Audio-wise, its down-firing stereo speakers and earpiece produce average sound quality. Under the hood, the Galaxy S21 FE 5G runs on top of a spec sheet that is definitely ripped out of 2021, as it uses Samsung's own EXYNOS 2100 chipset. The chip is paired with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Apps load quickly, multitasking is a breeze, and it can practically handle anything you throw at it, including playing heavy graphic games. Complementing the performance is the new and improved user interface, Android 12 operating system based on One UI 4.0. Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G is rocking a similar camera setup as the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. It has a triple camera with a 12-megapixel main sensor, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle sensor, and an 8-megapixel telephoto lens. Photos from the main sensor have an excellent dynamic range, with photos having good details along with a saturated color profile. The ultra-wide-angle images also look sharp with nice details. However, the dynamic range is not that great. Moreover, distortion correction is also really good on ultra-wide photos. The 3x telephoto camera takes acceptable shots that are sometimes lacking in detail. There is a new 32-megapixel selfie shooter which provides natural-looking shots under ample lighting. If you want some selfie uplift, then you can always take advantage of its beauty mode and filters. In the battery department, the 4500 mAh battery can last a full day of moderate use with ease. And when you do get to charge, there is 25-watt fast charging support, but the important point to note is that the phone does not ship with a charging adapter, which is disappointing. Additionally, you also get support for wireless and reverse wireless charging as well. So what's the verdict? If you like the idea of the Samsung Galaxy S21 but you're not so keen on the price, then the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G takes everything fans loved about their 2021 flagship and packs it into a more affordable piece of kit. Priced at 49,999 rupees, the phone itself is very well rounded in terms of power, a fantastic screen, decent battery life, and a high quality camera.
Now let's move on to our next story. This is a very interesting one. So we'll take the Samsung S21 FE 5G, the one we just reviewed right now. We'll compare it to the Samsung S21 FE 5G from the predecessor, and we'll also compare the S21. See, what's happened is the price points have become pretty similar. I mean, yes, there is still a difference. So which one is the best bang for buck?
The Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G, Samsung's much-delayed affordable flagship, was originally slated for an August launch. However, several factors led to the phone being released 5 months later. This delay has resulted in a rather peculiar circumstance. The Galaxy S21 FE's price tag puts it very close to its stablemate, the Samsung Galaxy S21. But when you consider that you can pick up the S20 FE 5G at a lower price than both, makes things rather confusing. In our Cell Guru review, we compare the three devices and answer which one is the better pick of the lot. Starting with the design, you're going to struggle to tell the difference between these phones from the front. All three of them use rounded corners and feature a central punch hole camera at the top of the display. The back of the phones are still similar, but at least you can tell them apart. The Galaxy S21 FE has a redesigned camera bump compared to the Galaxy S20 FE, which reflects the contour cut camera block of the normal Galaxy S21. All three phones still use a plastic back, but out of the three, the Galaxy S21 feels a little bit more premium in comparison. Owing to a smaller 6.2-inch size, the Galaxy S21 is also a little lighter at 169 grams as compared to the other two, which is good news for users wanting a smaller and lighter device either for comfort or practicality. But there are a few differences to keep in mind. Both the S21 FE 5G and Galaxy S21 have eliminated the microSD slot for expansion, whereas the S20 FE 5G retains this feature. All three phones also come with an IP68 rating for water and dust resistance. There's a very slight size difference when it comes to the displays of all three phones, but out of the bunch, the S20 FE 5G 6.5-inch display is the biggest. All three use Samsung's AMOLED technology that produces brilliant colors with excellent viewing angles. You could not go wrong with any of them when it comes to binging on media content. The experience is further enhanced by a pair of stereo speakers which are loud and clear and make for a great multimedia experience. All three phones also come with a 120Hz fast refresh rate for a fluid scrolling experience, but only the Galaxy S21 supports an adaptive refresh rate that can downclock to 48Hz or crank up to 120 when needed. Performance is where we see a feature parity between the phones. The S21 FE 5G and Galaxy S21 are powered by Samsung's in-house EXYNOS 2100 chipset, whereas the S20 FE 5G is powered by a Snapdragon 865. In real-world usage, all three phones are capable enough to run daily tasks without any hiccups. Whether it's multitasking or watching videos, any of these phones will suffice for these needs with ease. But when it comes to gaming, the S20 FE 5G runs a tad cooler when playing heavy intensive games for a long duration. Coming to optics, there appears to be absolutely no difference between the camera packages on these phones apart from the Galaxy S21's 64MP telephoto camera. Images from all three phones during daylight look great with those signature Samsung colors that are vibrant and lively. It's the telephoto lenses where things really diverge. The Galaxy S21 uses a 64MP sensor that delivers a 3x optical zoom and can go up to 30x with the help of software that delivers shots that are a bit sharper when compared. The 32MP front-facing cameras also capture good selfies with sharp details and good skin tones. In the battery department, both the S21 FE and S20 FE 5G have a similar battery capacity, whereas the Galaxy S21 has a bit smaller 4000 mAh battery. As expected, battery backup is average on all three with moderate usage. You also get a 25-watt fast charging and reverse wireless charging support. The Galaxy S20 FE 5G was an eye-opening bargain when it debuted in late 2020, and it's a decent option now that you can find it well under 40,000 rupees. But the arrival of the Galaxy S21 for a lower price than past Samsung flagships is a game changer, especially when you consider all the advances Samsung has included in this year's models. As good a value as the S21 FE 5G is, the Galaxy S21 shows that you don't have to wait around for an FE version of one of Samsung's flagship to get more for your money.
Our next story is the review of a very interesting and I think a very important app, the cVIGIL app. It stands for Vigilant Citizen, a tool to ensure free and fair elections, which actually you can play a very important part of. So you can lodge complaints of poll malpractices, any incident of violation of the Model Code of Conduct for Election. The app allows you to report any such violation you see by simply taking a photo or a video. You can help you to log in anonymously and track your complaint ID, which will be acknowledged by the ECI within 100 minutes.
Maintaining the integrity of elections is important, and with the elections coming up in several states, the Government of India is taking proactive steps to ensure free and fair elections. As part of the initiative, the Election Commission has introduced the cVIGIL app. Available for iOS and Android, the app is designed as a citizen vigilance platform to keep an eye out for any poll malpractices. Using the app, citizens can lodge complaints or even take a photo or video of polling malpractices and any violation of the Model Code of Conduct. The Election Commission promises to take action within 100 minutes. You can download it on any Android device or iPhone. Following this, you can choose to log an anonymous complaint or log in with your phone. Logging in lets you get status updates on complaints but is not mandatory. You can click a photo, record a video, or just audio to notify the relevant authorities. Sending out the complaint generates a tracking ID that citizens can use to get an update on the complaint. The app includes additional features like a Know Your Candidate tab that gives additional information about local candidates. The app is available for free on the iOS App Store and Google Play Store.
That then was the Cell Guru show for this week, but there's so much stuff we have for you. Look at the kind of releases that are happening. So lots and lots of that happening. All those reviews, shootouts, buying advice, all happening on the Cell Guru show next week with me, Rajiv Makni.